course, I think that would be a great video topic as well, to just talk about actions and consequences. I mean, we're both behavioral specialists, so we learn about the A, B, C, the antecedent, the behavior, the consequence, right? And so my mind thinks that way a lot, right? Or what are they trying to get? What are you trying? What's triggering the behavior, right? How can we change the behavior? And so, I definitely use Dungeons and Dragons as my own little exploratory lab to see how behaviors work. Sometimes it's a lot of fun, and when you put people in a situation where, and that's part of the fun of games, is there's no consequences, and I think that's what makes a game fun. It's okay, real life has consequences. That's not always fun.
Yeah.
But, when you create consequences that are both good and bad, and they're based on something, it can be a lot of fun to play.
It gets really murky, though, when you veer into the whole PvP type situation. I think that's awesome. And again, open world. It should be able to happen.
I think that's the conversation, too.
I think that's maybe a conversation that you should be having with your players before you begin your
relationship
session,
is
which is, hey, guys, this is another thing we do in the classroom was set expectations at the beginning of the semester and the class and the week and the unit and everything, which is, guys, you say to your players, PvP is real. It can happen. Please do it in respect to the game, because I think that even in the last year, we had a situation where we had a couple of our friends end up in a PvP situation and it ended up ending not so fun for everybody at the table.
Yeah, our buddy Nick is like the South Park Kenny of our table, where it's just poor dude just finds a way to die every game.
This is a guy that also sacrificed himself a couple of times. I mean, he's always got 12 characters ready, so as much as he's pissed that his character died, he was looking to off his character and get to the next one.
Dude, really?
Apparently so, though, man. I mean, he tells me all the time that the character generation is his favorite component of the game, He's got his Shakespeare dictionary, and he checks it out, and he loves, just the idea of what's going to make this character tick, what's going to make this character, get motivated to do something. So I know for him, he absolutely loves that component of the game, and it's a big part for him.
Well, it shows.
Yeah, and when somebody dies, it's just all right, cool, let's move on. I got another character ready to go.
We, at our table, all have very different players. We have kind of the character generator, and then we have, the classic rogue wild card. I'm kind of cerebral, anti-battle.
And I would love to break that down too. It's that you have a proclivity to play a certain type of character. Everybody does. And when you want to play something that's kind of out of your wheelhouse, how do you do that? You can be tricky, right? I can tell you what, I can play a stupid character. I can shut it off and I'm ready to go, And then sometimes playing a more cerebral character is just exhausting and more challenging for me. Or a combat-heavy character isn't exactly what I'm looking for. I want someone who is ethically driven. That's a big part of D&D for me, is I love that component of it. So it's not just thinking about what's good for you too, right?
Yeah.
It's about thinking about what's good for your table and what's good for your game master. And that's a big part of the book as well. It's a big part of the game master experience that I think we're just trying to teach people. It's that social emotional learning that we do every day with other human beings.
He has come to take the city by storm, because he cares about making things fair. So Dr. Weaver, beware, the demon is here.